My name is Mohsin Ishaq Modi, and I am not related to Narendra Modi. So that with that aside, this is my first speech today. I'm supposed to introduce myself to the group, and I'm really nervous, and I'm really happy. Today my brother is here. He works and lives in Abu Dhabi, and I got a call from him yesterday that I'm coming to Karachi to attend the wedding. So I wanted to come here. This is my first speech, so I'm really happy. And one thing I can assure you, I can lie. He's sitting right there, so you can get confirmed with him. So whatever I'm saying is the truth. So I'll start my presentation about me with a little story that happened. Once we went on a boat ride, I went with my friends, and we were in the middle of the sea, and the boat stopped, and I was standing at the edge of the boat, and I was doing this pose, and I was feeling the wind. You can say it is a body version of Titanic. I was just feeling the wind and the cold wind and the pure wind of the ocean. And the boat was, I'm standing like this, and the boat was like, hey, side pose, okay, he's like, no, I know how to swim. Like, side pose, like, I know how to swim. I never swam in the ocean. And then the boat was a guy, and I get into a heated conversation, and he says, you can't swim here. I said, I can. He said, you can't swim. I said, okay. I jumped in the water, in the open ocean, and with the head first. Not with my feet, with the head first. How many of you guys have the courage to do this? I have it. Okay? So people call me courageous, people call me dumb, but I can call me chartered accountant. I am a qualified chartered accountant. I qualified chartered accountancy in 2013. About my childhood, I was a really short-tempered child. Really short-tempered. I would get mad at every single person. My father, my mother, my dada, dadi, nana, nani, chacha, chachi, babu, babi. You name it, I had fights with them. My chacha named me Hari Mirch. So, like, you're a Mirch it all the time. So he named me Hari Mirch. And alhamdulillah, I was really good at studies. I almost failed every single time I attempted my exams. And in O levels, I failed accounting. I was failure at accounting. But one thing I had the self-confidence. I knew I was failing this subject because I did not study. It wasn't because I did not have the skills. It's because I did not study. I didn't put the hard work in. And if I do that, I'll be there and I'll cross the line. So in A levels, I again attempted accounting and I passed with a C grade. But after completing my A levels, I left studies and I started out with my father's business. For a period of 1 year, I joined my father's business. I saw myself as an entrepreneur. I did not see myself as working for a company that I'm doing right now. I didn't see myself here. So after a year, my father forced me to continue my studies as I was the eldest son. So I had him, Ismail, and another young brother. He's called Yaqub, and he's currently in Chicago. So I tried to resume my studies. But with the grades I had no other option but to join CA. Because even Karachi University required 50%, which I did not have. So the only viable option for me was chartered accountancy. But I was confident from day one, if I put in the hard work, I will get through. So starting chartered accountancy, I had to attempt the PPT exam and to qualify for chartered accountancy. So when I passed my PPT exam, so there was an entire section in Dhaka that was for the PPT students. Because we started out really late, result came in late, so we started out really late. So I asked my friend next to me, the guy sitting next to me, hey, how did you do in intern? He's like, I had 2 supplements and I passed eventually. Like, you see, he's like, I couldn't get anywhere else. So this is, interesting thing is that most of us have failed in CS, right? But when I failed, and when my friends failed, it was really different. Because I already had experience and they didn't. So they were in a psychological mess. Yaar, fail ho gaya, ye ho gaya, amma kya kahenge. I was like, been there, done that, so blah, blah, blah. So I started hanging out with my other friends and they were crying, they were disheartened and they couldn't get over it for a couple of months. I was chill, I was roaming around the city like, next time I pass ho jayenge, inshallah. So in 2013, I finally passed my CS. About my family, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I'm the eldest brother. I've been married for past 7 years. I have 3 boys, alhamdulillah, and they're aged 6, 5, 4. and they are really naughty, as the kids are. And this is about my family, and I have done a lot of dumb things in my life that people wouldn't dare do. I'll give you an example. One fine evening, I went to my BFD class. During my namaz break, I realized that kal to shutti hai. Tomorrow is 23rd March and it's in holiday. So I messaged my friend, let's go to Oxford tonight. We'll do a night stay. I did not have a hurt, neither my friends. And then they're like, no, no, no. And I, in the middle of class, I'm like, yeah, let's go. It will be a good scene and stuff like that. So at 10 p.m., 10 guys arrive at my house. We leave for Oxford. And we reach Manipur at 11, something around 11, and we have the chicken karai and things like that. And at 2 a.m. at night, we reach Oxford. We head for Oxford. At 2:20, we reach Oxford. And the plan was we'll get into touch with some chowkidar, give him 1,000 rupees, and he'll let us use hut for the 4 or 5 hours. But when we reached there, it was dark, really dark. And we couldn't find a single living soul. So you can just imagine, an Oxford in the middle of the night and there is no one. Finally, we found this one hut and he let us in. And it was most amazing nights of my life. So sometimes the stupid decision that we make comes to be the best experience in your life. In the end, I would like to say, life is really short, so enjoy it. Thank you.